Talaga, totoo po yun, no? Yung pinalutang muna ni Trillanes. Etong mga dilawan, may sariling lakat, mukhang pinapunteriya sa kanila yung pera. Hindi po natin alam kung bakit, ano makikita nila. Kung pupunteriyahin nila yung pera, hindi naman sa kanila mapupunta yan. Siguro, damit din na rin. O political gain din nila yun, no? Na makakaganda rin sa kanilang pagporma sa politika. Tapan po natin, no? Ito po, lumabas po ngayong araw na to, bumaha po ngayon dito sa social media sa mga sinabi po ni Laila Delima. Bago ilipat sa Damis, Delima 6 opening of QUIBOLOY's bank account. Yung sinasabi po nila, nililipat na po, no? Particular kay Rodrigo Duterte, siya na po may control ngayon. Unang-una, naunahan po sila. Siguro pinaporma pa lang nila, natunugan na, no? Nung sinasalang na po ni Hontiveros yung mga pangingikil, palalabasin po nila na yung pera ng kingdom, ganun lang yan, no? Ay nakuha sa illegal na paraan, di po ba? Ganun lang po nila ipoporma yan. Pwede na pabuksan na yan kung illegal yan. At yan, tingnan nyo po hindi po illegal na galing sa dito sa Pilipinas. Lagi po nilang kinokonekta, illegal na galing sa ibang bansa. Sa mga OFW, kinikikilan. Para po, ang mapunteriya po nila, yung pinapasok na illegal na pera, pumapasok sa bank account, pumapasok sa pera, parang ganun yan, no? Kinakailangan angguluhan nila. Hindi po pwedeng dito lang sa bansa natin, no? Kinakailangan magmula po siya sa ibang bansa para po pumasok doon sa anti-money laundering law, no? O anti-money laundering act. At pag naisampa po nila yan, siyempre, pwede na po nilang i-freeze, pwede po nilang kumpiskain yung ari-arian kasi nagmula sa illegal. Yan yung nakikita natin. Yan yung nakikita natin na posible kung bakit nila ngayon pinupurso. Dalawa po yung nakikita ko, no? Pinupurso nila yan para talagang mawala na po ng pondo. Naniniwala kasi, siyempre, di ba? Lahat ng oligarko, kontrolado nila, di ba? Ang tinitignan nila ngayon, kahit kontrolado nila, makakapanganya pa rin si Sara Duterte pagdating sa 2028. Kasi dahil kay Apollo Quiboloy, iniisip naman yan dahil may pera, no? Kaya tirahin na natin. Tirahin na natin yung si Apollo Quiboloy. Pati yung pera niya, para talagang durog na durog. Wala nang ang kaisa-isang network na susuporta sa mga Duterte, wala na. Yung perang pwedeng ipansuporta sa presidency ng mga Duterte, wala na, di ba? Kaya ang problema nga lang po ng mga to, masyado silang obvious. Obvious na obvious po yung ginagawa nila. At yung pagiging obvious nila, naunahan na po sila ng taktika ni Pastor Quiboloy at ni Pangulong Duterte, no? Kaya sabi ko sa inyo, susi yun. Napakaganda. Kahit ako, hindi ko naiisip yun. Kahit ako, ang pinagtutunan lang kasi natin ng pansin, mahuhuli ba o hindi si Quiboloy. Pero never po natin pinagtutunan ng pansin, teka muna. Puta, yung pera nga pala ng kingdom, yung pera nga pala ni Quiboloy, baka targetin din ng pagkukumpiska. Naalala ko lang yung kay Tebes, di ba? Ginawa po nila yung kay Tebes na na-freeze lahat ng asset, etc. Okay, baka ganun yung gawin. Kaya po napakaganda. Best move talaga yung kay Duterte na ibinigay kay Pangulong Duterte. Kita nyo naman yung pahayag ngayon. Ni mismo, ni Bulaklak, ni Kate, hindi po pwedeng hindi malaman ni Pangulong Duterte. No? Yan yung mga pahayag ngayon ng mula kay Pangulong Duterte at kay Pastor Quiboloy. Kung iba po pinagbigyan nun, halimbawa yung mga second in command ng hindi ko po alam kung sino po yung pangalawang pinuno ng kingdom, di ba? Baka wala pong background sa batas. Dahil siyempre, religious yan. Pwede po silang matimikan. Pero kung si Pangulong Duterte na po, sabi nga sa inyo bago pa kayo makaporma, naisip na ni Pangulong Duterte yung mga way para paikutin kayo. Kaya hindi nakaporma yung mga kaso-kaso nila Franz Castro, di ba? Rally-rally pa tayo ron, pero wala po talaga. Okay. Eto pa po, isa pa.
Chair, ulit clarify ko, ang executive pastor as corporation sole ay investor siya sa Suarso. Am I correct, Mr. Chair?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
So, Mr. Chair, can the attorney explain ano ang function ng isang corporation sole?
When I say corporation sole, I already explained that in our previous hearing, Mr. Chair, that a corporation sole, the head of the corporation sole, he is considered as a trustee of all the properties of the corporation. So today, the head of Kingdom of Jesus Christ is in the person of Marlon Jacobo. He is the trustee of all the properties and he is considered as the head of the corporation. But he is not the owner of the executive pastor of Kingdom of Jesus Christ, but he is considered as a trustee. When I say trustee, pinagkatiwala sa kanya ang Kingdom of Jesus Christ. The real owner are the members of the religious organization.
Mr. Chair, ano-anong properties ang pinag-uusapan natin? Ano-anong properties ito ng KOJC na kung saan trustee ang executive pastor?
I am not the best person to answer that, Mr. Chair. I'm just a lawyer or the legal counsel of SMNI. So I cannot answer that, Mr. Chair.
Then, Mr. Chair, we request the legal counsel of KOJC to answer.
May I respond, Mr. Chair? May I respectfully request that the question be repeated, Honorable Manuel?
Yeah, Mr. Chair, since nabanggit na ang executive pastor ay siya ang trustee ng lahat ng properties ng KOJC, I was asking ano-anong mga properties ang pinag-uusapan natin dito?
Mr. Congressman, marami po kasi we will be happy to furnish the committee with a list of the properties. But offhand, I would say properties dedicated to the propagation of the faith. There are houses of worship, places of worship, residences of the workers for the church, and others of a similar nature, Honorable Manuel.
Mr. Chair, maliban sa executive pastor, meron bang iba pang trustee or may similar function sa pag-handle ng ganitong mga properties ng KOJC?
As a corporation sole po, yung executive pastor or elder or basically po, whoever heads the church is the sole trustee and administrator of the properties of the corporation sole, Mr. Congressman.
And sa ngayon, Mr. Chair, again, I clarify, that would be Executive Pastor Marlon Rosete.
Yes po, Marlon, ako po, si Dr. Marlon Rosete po is the president of SMNI, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Chair, thank you dun sa mga sagot. Pero Mr. Chair, ngayon dun po ako nalilito. Dahil recently lang ay na-announce po sa media na ang bagong property administrator ng KOJC Properties ay si former President Rodrigo Duterte. Pero Mr. Chair, ngayon we hear from the legal counsel of KOJC na ang may task to administer the properties would be the executive pastor. So Mr. Chair, ngayon there are conflicting accounts, no? At I think this causes confusion dito sa ating committee dahil kung sa bahagi po nila hindi malinaw sino talaga yung nag-administer ng properties. Ang dating sa akin, Mr. Chair, parang placeholder lang yung mga taong ito. Yung pagkakaroon ng corporation sole, sino yung nakalagay dyan, it seems na hindi talaga sila yung nagmamanage ng mga properties na dahil yung KOJC ay yun din naman ay investor doon sa Suarezog na siya ding nagmamanage ng SMNI. Kaya Mr. Chair, I think this opens more questions sa ating committee dahil I think wala namang recent issues na involved si executive pastor. Kung merong involved sa maraming issues ngayon, Mr. Chair, that would be Apollo QUIBOLOY. Pero bakit merong pag-transfer ng responsibility from the executive pastor as the property administrator to former President Rodrigo Duterte? Actually nakakalito, Mr. Chair, and I think this compels the committee to go beyond yung labels at kung sino lang yung mga taong nilalagay ng KOJC o ng Suarezog sa kanilang mga official records na pinapasa nila maging sa Securities and Exchange Commission. Yun lang muna sa ngayon, Mr. Chair.
Very briefly, Mr. Chair. Yes, very briefly, Mr. Chair. When we say administrator, Honorable Manuel, that is in the concept of trustee of the properties. The executive minister remains trustee. But however, under the general rules of administration in the Civil Code, or when read together with the provisions of the revised Corporation Code, of course, the executive minister or the elder or the archbishop, etc., of any religious organization cannot be expected to comply with the spiritual aspect of running a corporation sole, a corporation, and the day-to-day administration. And the revised Corporation Code itself, Honorable Manuel, states that there may be schemes in order to assist the trustee in administering. Therefore, the short answer is that the executive minister remains trustee, but in running the affairs of the...
Point of order, Mr. Chair. Point of order. Mr. Chair, point of order. Yes, Mr. Chair, point of order. Yeah. Kasi kanina ba, Mr. Chair, we have resolved na siya na yung sasagot for Pastor QUIBOLOY. Kasi nag-explain na siya yung tungkol doon sa trust, yung pagka-turnover ni Pastor QUIBOLOY kay former President Duterte. At hindi pa siya, Mr. Chair, ang council ba pwedeng magsalita for Pastor QUIBOLOY? Hindi po na-resolve yun. Kasi kung ganyan po ang nangyayari, Mr. Chair.
The chair allowed already.
So can we have him,
Yes.
take his oath?
May we ask Attorney, kayo na po, Attorney Topacio, kayo na po. Attorney Topacio lang po. Okay. Attorney Topacio, please raise your right hand. The COMSEC, please administer the oath.
He is swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth before these congressional hearings shall be God.
I do.
Okay, thank you.
And another question, Mr. Chair. Is his taking of oath as representative or general counsel of QUIBOLOY waive already
No.
the client to answer questions here?
Ano po tanong nyo?
So, ibig sabihin po ba yung pag-oath at pagtitestify po ni Attorney Topacio ay wini-waive na natin?
Yung ano po?
Pagpunta ni QUIBOLOY
Hindi
dito?
po. We will be cited in contempt and we will be asking for that he be...
So gusto lang po nating malinaw yun, kasi ang tanong po kasi ni Honorable Manuel po ay yung tungkol dun sa pagta-turnover po.
Yes,
So, okay.
he'll be requested, he'll be asked to appear
Okay.
by the committee.
So, hindi
And a
po-
proper motion will be entertained
Later.
in a while. Yes, thank
Okay,
you.
so hindi po yung sagot ni Attorney Topacio yung sasagot dun sa
Opo.
mga tanong
Mas
natin.
marami pong
Yeah, okay.
dapat sagutin si Pastor QUIBOLOY as explained earlier. Now, hindi po lahat masagot. Kung di nga ko nasagot
Yes,
na Attorney Rolex at Attorney Mark yan.
Yeah, and in a proper time, Mr. Chair, I will also move to invite then former President Duterte kasi siya yung in-involve as pinasahan ng property.
Okay.
Mr. Chair, in proper time po. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Okay, so next.
We are just prolonging this issue. We know very well that kahit na ano pang sabihin ni Atty. Topacio, he was hired by Pastor QUIBOLOY as a legal counsel. It's his job to delay this contempt. Alam naman natin, Atty. Topacio, kahit na sa'yo, naniniwala pa kayong sisipot si Pastor QUIBOLOY. These are just delaying tactics. Even though na mag-hearing na naman tayo next, iba na namang rason ng nila ibibigay. Mag-hearing na naman tayo ikapitong hearing, ibang rason na naman. When will this be concluded? as I've said, Mr. Chair, it is incumbent upon this committee. It is our obligation under the rules that we should cite him for contempt to compel him to appear in this committee, Mr. Chair. Again, on my second, actually on my third reiteration, Mr. Chair, my motion still stands.
Thank you.
Just a point of clarification on the statements made by Attorney Topacio. By the way, congratulations on your movie.
Thank you, sir.
You mentioned that you're off to see the good pastor tomorrow.
Yes, Your Honor.
So that confirms that he's still in the Philippines.
Yes, of course, Your Honor. He's not going anywhere, Your Honor.
Kasi may mga balita na nag-ibang bansa na daw siya at
Ay, hindi po. Pagpatakuha po ako na litrato at iba-viber ko po sa
Hindi.
mga members ng committee.
I trust you, Attorney.
Thank you po. I
So,
appreciate that, sir.
Yun lang, I just wanted to reiterate, Mr. Chair, we've been having this hearing since December of last year. November of last year. So, long playing album na po ito kasi November, December, January, February, March, I think. This can already be part of the Guinness Book of World Records as one of the longest hearings. This just goes to show the leniency and the patience the Committee on Franchise has afforded to SMNI, to Suarezug, when it comes to complying with requests that have been forwarded to you. So, on its proper time, Mr. Chair, I would second the motion of Congressman Pimentel.
Thank you, the Honorable
Mr.
Speaker.
Chair.
The Honorable Karaps Paduano, then the Honorable Aline.
Thank you, Mr.
And
Chair.
the Honorable Franz Castro.
Anyway, Mr. Chairman, I will not anymore argue with Attorney Topacio with regards to the jurisprudence regards to Senate versus Song. But in the proper time, just in case, we can talk about it. And when in fact, pati na yung balak, pwede natin pag-usapan, no? Balak case yan. But anyway, Mr. Chairman, ganito lang po. Kasi the legal counsel of Pastor QUIBOLOY is asking for a reconsideration. Is that correct?
We are asking for time to explain, Your Honor, because as the rules state, the failure to appear must be without legal justification. So we are willing, in whatever time allotted to us, Your Honors, so as to obviate any suspicion that this representation is delaying. Actually, ayoko nga pong ma-delete. May lakad po pinaka-prot ng business ko next week eh. Pero kung kinakailangan po ay isakripisyo po natin yon. Ngunit, I also understand the misgivings of the Honorable Johnny Pimentel that indeed these hearings have been going on for quite some time. But ang akin lamang po, Your Honor, is perhaps the committee would rather err on the side of constitutional rights rather than expediency. Yun naman po ang aking humble appeal sa chair at saka sa mga miyembro ng committee nito. Salamat po.